Today we're talking about the power of consistency. I'm Stephanie Treasure, host of the Let's Talk Business Growth Live series that I've been doing here. Today is the 28th day and I've committed to doing these live streams each day for 30 days. And in these live streams or videos, if you're catching the replay, I'm sharing with you some salient tips, strategies, and advice to help you to get on the growth track, an accelerated growth track, if you will, to get to your next level in your business. So I've been sharing tips and strategies and lessons from my client meetings, from my own experience, and from my own experience in terms of my background and from what I've been learning or what's happening and what's really working for me right now. So if you've been tuning into these and you've found great value, I'd love to hear from you. Go ahead and give me a wave or a thumbs up or your favorite emoji in the comment section. And as you join me here, I'd love to hear where you're logging in from and what you do, and one thing that you've learned from watching these series, whether this specific edition of Let's Talk Business Growth Live or one of the previous ones. I'd love to hear from you. So as I mentioned today, I want to talk to you about the power of consistency, right? Now, as I mentioned, I've been doing these live streams every single day for 28 days now. And it just so happens that I'm also have given myself a personal challenge. This is a 90-day challenge that is, I think the 90th day will be on Christmas Eve. And I'm going to be sharing, I'm going to write a very detailed post, possibly do a couple of videos to share my experience as relates to that specific challenge as well. But I've been consistent and it hasn't been easy. It's been pretty hard, but as they say, or one of the things I like to say, which you may have heard before, I can do hard things. They're hard, not easy, and sometimes not fun, but I can do it. And I want to say that you can do it too. So if you feel that you've been inconsistent in various aspects of your business, I want you to really tune in with me, because I'm going to be sharing with you the power of the consistency. I haven't really scripted this video, so if I go all over the place, bear with me. But I really want for you to feel motivated, moved, inspired to be more consistent in your marketing or activities that you're doing to grow your business. So as it relates to the marketing piece, consistency is key and very important, because people have short attention spans, especially as it relates to the online space and even the social media space, right? So if you are showing up sporadically or in an ad hoc way, right, people won't necessarily hear you or see you more than when you actually show up consistently, right? Whether that's daily, like I've been doing these live streams, or weekly, right? But persons normally need to hear or see your marketing message several times before it clicks to them, before they actually really hear it, because they may kind of tune in and kind of see you pop up in their stream, or wherever they're watching from. They may see a post on Facebook or on Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, but they may not really pay attention until you are consistently showing up on a regular basis, right? So even for the sake of being seen and heard and noticed, right? And that's just the tip of the iceberg by your ideal clients, you need to be consistent. So if it is a weekly newsletter that you're putting out, you need to do it weekly. If it's a weekly video that you're committed to doing, you need to do it weekly. If it's daily, as I've been doing, or twice a week, you need to keep that schedule and show up on those respective days, those respective times consistently, so that your audience will know that you're there, and they come to expect you, and they will actually tune in and pay attention to your message, right? So as it relates to your marketing coming across and having the effect that you'd like it to get, the consistency part is key. The other thing is, and I don't want to seem as if I'm telling you to gamify the system as it relates to the algorithms, but that does play a part. If you're showing up on a regular basis, whether it's daily, it doesn't have to be daily live stream, but let's just say a post, then a video, then a live stream, or another post, or a picture, or a tip, or a quote, whatever the case might be. If you're showing up daily with more posts on whatever platform that you are, your content, the likelihood of your content getting seen is increased. And then the more your followers are able to see it, so that they have a chance to interact with you. And then once they do interact, they'll see even more of your content. If your content is not going out there consistently, preferably daily, then they don't have that opportunity to interact with you. And so you don't benefit from the algorithm, favor that exists when persons see more of your content. They have more to interact with, and the more they interact with it, the more they'll see it in their stream, and the more you'll get eyes on your posts, especially if you're promoting, if you're doing a launch, if you are making an announcement. Persons will be able to hear and see that much more, right? So that's one reason why consistency is key. Your audience also, they want to kind of know what to expect. They want to be able to kind of read where you're going or follow your lead, right? And when you're showing up in this ad hoc basis, they're not quite sure when you're on, when you're off, when they can expect your post, when they can expect your newsletters. They want to kind of be trained as how to interact with you, how to engage with you, when to expect to see you. And you may have some audience members who look forward to seeing or hear from you at a specific time and day. So for instance, I was at one point doing a live stream every single Tuesday at 11 a.m. Eastern. And so whenever I didn't show up for those live streams, I would get questions from the audience saying, "Oh, I didn't see your live stream this morning," or "Did you stop doing your live stream?" Right? Persons, they want to kind of know when to expect what from you. And when you're consistent, you can help them to, or train them as to when to expect to hear from you, right? So getting on track with, say, your newsletters or a weekly live stream or a specific kind of post that you're going to do every single week. Let's just say you do a weekly deep dive, into some kind of content that your audience will like, or a weekly behind the scenes, or a weekly client success story, or a weekly case study, right? They come to expect that, and you train them on how to receive your items, your content, your message, right? And when they have that predictability, there's more trust that can be built. And of course, you know that when your audience gets to a point where they trust you, they're more likely to purchase from you. So that's the other thing, and the other reason why consistency, or another reason why consistency is key. Now, as it relates to on your side, right? As I mentioned before, I've been doing a couple of challenges. This one for the live streams, the 30 days of live streams. I'm now on day 28, and another challenge that's 90 days. And I'm now in the, I think I'm in the early 80s, right? I've lost count because I know my end date. So I'm just going through the motions until I get to that 90 days, right? I'm showing up, doing what I have to do until I get to my 90 days. So that's to come. Like I said, I'm going to explain that. But for me, I can tell you that it has been a great character building exercise for me to be consistent with these live streams that I committed to do for you, as well as with my other challenge. It shows me that I can do hard things, and I am committed to showing up even when it's not convenient, even when it feels like life gets in the way, even when I'm not in the mood, even when I'm busy. It has really shown me that you can make time for anything. You can accommodate anything. You can prioritize anything if you deem it important. if you are committed, right? You're not going to wait for, the stars to be aligned or for Mercury to not be in retrograde. You're not going to wait for the right time or the perfect opportunity. You're going to do what it takes because you are committed. And that's what this journey has taught me. There's been many a day, right, where things were really busy, or I was feeling tired, or I was feeling uninspired, or I was, pressed for content, not quite sure what to share. As I mentioned before, I pull lessons from client meetings, from my personal experience, from what I see is trending, from what I'm learning, and I share that with you. Sometimes I'm not quite sure that I have a lesson out of those buckets to share, right? So, excuse me, I have to get creative, right? Or I have to kind of tune in to my audience and what I feel that you need and want to hear, what I know and feel that will serve you, in order to come up with content to do on these live streams. And sometimes that inspiration comes late in the day, or sometimes I just don't get the quiet time to sit down and think to be able to share with you. Today, as I'm doing this, or tonight really, I had already, hey there, Sharon, thank you so much for joining me. Consistency is key, absolutely. I had, finished dinner. I had, finished cleaning up the kitchen, and I was relaxed. I was relaxing, and all the other things that I had to do, especially for my other challenges, done, except for this challenge, right? Where I had to, I committed to do this live stream for you. And I had to, get back in hair and makeup. It's a Sunday evening here as I'm recording this, and again, tune into, because I did not have something planned. So I had to tune into what I felt would benefit you. And as I was committing to what I have decided to do and being consistent, I wanted to share and pass that lesson on to you as well, right? So when you show up, even when it's not convenient, you prove to yourself that you can do hard things, and you also show that and put energy towards that commitment to your business growth, to the things that's necessary, not convenient, but necessary for you to move forward. That makes you a great coach, because it's an example for your clients, and it will also make you a great student and mentee, because you're coachable and you're willing to do what it takes in order to move forward, right? So that's a great benefit, and a great example of the power of consistency, right? It's great for your character, and it, like I said, it's a great example for your clients, right? So I want you to think of how you haven't been consistent, or how you can be more consistent, or what are some ways that you can show up for your prospective clients, for your actual clients, and for yourself consistently, right? What can you do to really show and be more consistent, to move your business forward, get more visibility for your marketing, as well as to build that character for you and move you forward as you come up against, the various obstacles and constraints and all that comes, the whirlwind of obstacles that comes from being an entrepreneur. How can you stay the course? What can you do to show that you're going to keep going and stay the course no matter what? And it doesn't have to be that you're going to embark on some kind of a challenge that I did. It could just mean that, look, I'm going to check certain stats, certain key performance indicators every single Monday in my business without fail, right? Or getting team on board and saying, okay, every Monday we're going to have this audit meeting where we're going over all our insights from social media, email list growth, and any other stats, any other key performance indicator that you're keeping an eye on in your business. You commit as a leader and bring team on to say that this is the way that we're going to operate every single week. right? So while I was doing this marketing challenge and this other personal challenge, it has reinforced other areas of my business that I want to make sure that I'm showing up consistently. So it has been quite a journey for me. And again, I'm looking forward to sharing more with you about that personal challenge. But these 28 days so far, going to 32 more days, I have enjoyed them. I hope you have too. I have poured my heart, right? No matter how tired, no matter how long the day is. I hope you can tell that I've put thought into what I'm sharing, and I truly want for you to benefit from it, to learn from what I've shared, and to be able to, if it's not in every single video, at least a couple of them. I hope that you've learned something that you can implement in your business to help you to grow your business and move to your next level and the next level after that and beyond. All right. So I'd love to hear your feedback in the comments section. Thank you so much again, Sharon, for joining me and commenting to say that consistency is key. If you enjoyed what I shared today, give me a thumbs up. And I'd love to hear anything that stood out for you. Go ahead and comment and let me know what that is as well. And if you have any questions, you can feel free to post that below and let me know that. All right. And I will come back in the comments and respond as soon as I get the notification that you have posed a question. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you on the next edition of Let's Talk Business Growth Live. Bye.